Hello, Janet Wilson here from Dernier Publishing. Today I'm going to read you the first chapter of Oliver's Secret. I've read several of the chapters. If you hop on over to our Facebook page, you can find them somewhere on the search bar. So this one is Oliver's Secret. It's a beautiful story for families, 6 to 9 year olds, readers by Eleanor Watkins, award-winning author for a very good reason. It's a very well-written book, and it's got some lovely inspirational thoughts in there too. So the first chapter is called Moving In. Here we go. So I will read this to you. I hope you enjoy it. Claire was lonely. That afternoon she'd put away her toys in cupboards and books on shelves in her new room. She'd minded Tommy while Mum and Dad arranged furniture and unpacked pots and pans. Now they were cooking their first meal in the new kitchen, in the new house. It was meatballs with noodles, and she'd been hoping for fish and chips. Claire's mum was Chinese, and they'd lived in China for the last 5 years, so they often ate Chinese food. But now they were in England. Claire wanted to eat English food with a knife and a fork. She wrinkled her nose when she saw the chopsticks on the table and kicked her trainer against a skirting board. "Don't do that," said Dad, stirring the meatballs. "Go and play with Tommy," said Mum. "He's gone to sleep," said Claire. She'd played with Tommy all day, and it was a relief when he'd fallen asleep on his play mat, sucking his thumb with his bottom in the air. "Oh dear," said Mum, "you shouldn't have let him. Now he probably won't sleep tonight." "I couldn't help it," said Claire. "Well, never mind," said Mum. "Whatever's the matter, Claire? You do sound cross." Claire thought they all sounded cross. Mum's hair was flopping over her face and she kept pushing it back. Dad looked tired and was frowning a bit. Moving country and moving house was hard work. "I'm lonely," said Claire. Her mouth turned down at the corners. "I miss my friends in China. I don't have any friends here." "Well, you will have," said Mum briskly, fishing out plates from a crate. "Heaps, I expect, when you go to school and get to know people." "They might not like me," said Claire. The thought of going to a new school with new people gave her a hollow feeling in her stomach. She kicked the skirting board again. Then she noticed something she hadn't seen before. In the bottom of the back door was another door, a tiny door that hung downwards on hinges. She pushed it with her foot, and it swung to and fro, squeaking a little. "What's this little door for?" she asked. "That's a cat flap," said Dad, "so a cat can get in and out by itself without someone having to open the big door for it." Claire thought that was a lovely idea. "Could we get a cat?" Dad shook his head. "We're not all that keen on cats. I'll probably stop up the cat flap." "I'm keen on cats," said Claire. "Why can't I have one?" "You're getting quite whiny," said Mum. "Come and put out the table mats. You'll feel better after a good meal." "I feel all right now," said Claire, "just lonely." They served up the meatballs and noodles and sat down at the new table. Dad said they ought to say thank you to God for moving safely to the new house, so they did. Mum glanced at Claire and prayed that God would soon supply a friend for her so that she wouldn't be lonely. Then they all said thank you for the food. "But I wish we had some pudding as well," added Claire, "like we have at Granny and Grandpa's." "You'll have to fill up with biscuits," said Mum, "if I can find the biscuit tin." They all enjoyed the meatballs, even Claire. They were just finishing when a knock came at the door. When Mum went to answer it, Claire could see a blonde woman standing there with a tray. She and Mum talked and laughed for a few minutes. Then Mum came in with a tray. That was someone from the church. She knew we were moving in today and thought we'd like some tea and cheesecake. Wasn't that nice? She glanced at Claire and added, "She's got a daughter, your age, Claire, called Eliza. She thought you might like to go round to play." Dad divided up the cheesecake while Mum poured tea from the big green teapot. "Well," said Mum, "talk about prayers being answered. That's two, Claire. A lovely pudding and someone to be your new friend." She and Dad looked at each other, suddenly happy and sparkling, as though they felt that everything was going to be all right. Claire wasn't so sure. The cheesecake was lovely, creamy and fruity to the last spoonful, but she wasn't sure about the new friend. What if I don't like her? What if she doesn't like me? Mum laughed and gave her a big hug. Don't be such an old grouch. Everything's working out fine. Let's go and wake Tommy and get him bathed and fed. Tommy hated being woken up from a nap and made his feelings heard long and loud. When things had quietened down a little, Clare remembered the cat flap. She looked at it when Mum sent her to the kitchen with Tommy's plastic cup and dish. She nudged it with her toe, and it squeaked as it flapped in and out. I wish I had a cat, she said longingly under her breath. Suddenly she remembered her prayers for a pudding and a friend and how God had answered. She still had a few doubts about the friend, but she prayed, God, could you send me a cat? She didn't really think that this prayer would be answered too, but there was no harm in asking. Later, Claire went to fetch a drink before bed. While she was in the kitchen, the cat flap swung open, and a big black and white cat came walking through. I'll show you the picture. Here he is. So if you'd like to buy that one, you can order it from the Dernier Publishing website, or you can get it from any bookshop. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again soon with another first chapter. Bye for now.